I'd like to draw your attention back to the three ways that are acceptable to frame a window. And of these three ways, remember, I want you to frame the window for this class this way. So we have our rough windowsill. It is the same length as our header up above, with the trimmer directly below, and then split and directly below the windowsill as well on each side. Okay, so here are some examples of walls that needed a little help, but overall were pretty good. If you look right here, the windowsill does go past the window opening itself, just as far as the trimmer does, so that's good. And same with the header up here, it does go past. However, the trimmer here is unclear to see, as well as down here there was no line for another trimmer, as well as over here, and all that was labeled was cripple studs right there. So it is missing the trimmer below and above on both sides, but overall the majority of everything else had the right concept. On this one here, the doorway is good. The trimmer comes directly below the header. The header goes out the thickness of the trimmer. The only thing I did see here is that this windowsill A is really wide, and our windowsill should only be the width of a regular stud because the sill is just a 2x4 laying flat across here. And then also the sill stopped, it butted up to the trimmer. We want to go through the trimmer, so the windowsill and the header should be the same length as each other, but the width is different. It should not be this wide. The header is a foot wide. The windowsill is only the thickness of a 2x4, so it should look as thick as these other 2x4s. This one here is actually really well done. And what I really like about it is that they use the T and the K and the H and the S and the C for cripples, because later on when we do go through the layout of the wall with the white melamine and the expo markers, the only space you have is space for the letter T, K, C for cripple, things like that. So that's a good habit to get into. This one here unfortunately had the right concept, but it is extremely unorganized and lines are crooked. It's hard to read. So therefore, it's not to scale in any way, shape, or form. If you see, there are trimmers in the right place, but they kind of look like loaves of bread. So that's an unacceptable drawing. And then there's this one. This one is a really good example of what to do. It doesn't have to be color-coded like this one is, but the way this is color-coded shows me I can see the trimmer clearly. I can see the king stud clearly. Even up above, I can see the small cripples above this header here. The cripples here, and the trimmer does come out as far as the header. It is the right width and thickness. This is a really good example of what the wall should look like.